Okay, let's react to the final part of Sarah Boone's police station interrogation. And the final part is actually her arrest for the murder of her boyfriend, Jorge Torres. And as a reminder, Sarah Boone is the one who called 911, said that she put her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, into her suitcase, and then she zipped him up in there, and then went upstairs and went to bed, came back 12 hours later approximately, and he was dead in her suitcase. Then later we found out that she actually videotaped him the night before while he was in her suitcase, begging to get out, begging her to let him out, and she refused.
His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
There's no comment.
CSI, that was there yesterday. I think she took your photos.
Okay, I didn't really start that where I wanted to, but Sarah was saying that she has to live without George now, and then Detective Scott said, well, his daughters do too, and she said, are you trying to make it worse? And Detective Scott said, well, what do you mean, like, make what worse? And she said, how I feel. And he's just looking at her like, you know, what do I say to that? And I totally agree with him. I wouldn't know what to say either, but he was much nicer than I would have been. So here it's just going to be silence for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to fast forward through all that. And a lot of people comment on this part right here where they said that Sarah's picking at her nails, like trying to remove any evidence from beneath them. But I don't think that she would be able to, you know, because skin cells and DNA are so small that she would not be able to remove them beneath her nails no matter what. Probably take a lot. And even if they do find George's DNA beneath her nails, she's already set up the excuse that she got that from them having sex. She scratched his back during sex. I'll just play a little bit of her picking at her nails here. Right there. All this is just silenced, so I'm fast forwarding. Okay, here's where the good part becomes when Chelsea walks back in the room.
Okay, I'm done with all these. Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go. Okay. Do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
He asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True and
everything?
accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've said today, everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because
That's how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge.
to the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Okay, so here comes the fun part. Remember how we reviewed her 2018 police body cam arrest video? I've got that ready here for us to look at again. I like to compare. You know, she just said, why is this happening? Then I think we're going to get a reminder of how she said that in 2018 also.
We'll take care of that. You go by Junior, you go by George. George. Is it George or is it Jorge? Jorge. All right. George. Hey, man, I'll call you by your name. You want George? Okay, I'll call you George. Thank you. All right, you're welcome.
He likes to be called George.
Hey, Miss Sarah, you mind putting down the cigarette so I can take a few other pictures? You need me? Yeah, just stand up for me. Face my car that way. The car is that way. Hands behind your back. For what? For battery domestic? Me? Both of you. What does that mean? Battery domestic violence? You two hitting each other. Doesn't go down like that. All right?
Okay, so you just heard the police lady tell Sarah that she's being arrested for domestic battery. But in the police station interrogation, Sarah says that she got arrested because George completely trashed the police report. So, kind of different there. But let's get to the fun part where she said, why is this happening?
Is that car? County 125. I have a white female secured. You don't have anything that's gonna poke me, stick me, cut me? Okay. Put your chest on that flag and stay there for me.
Is this for real?
This is for real.
Why?
I already explained to you. Chest on flag.
I'm going to lose my job.
That should probably not be together, but that's not my business.
Yes, ma'am.
So, stuff like this happens. And I have to step in.
Why am I in trouble?
Did you hear what the police lady said? Y'all should probably not be together. Again, like another prediction of the future. They're about to not be together in just 2 years from this video. It's so sad. But I tell you, it's really satisfying watching Sarah get arrested.
Your feet. Spread your feet apart.
Why am I in trouble, though?
Because of
Why
the
am
marks
I
he
in
has all on his neck and the inconsistencies
That's
of
me
the story.
fighting back.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay, step back a little bit.
I'm good.
I still gotta check you though.
Why? Because I fucking fought back?
No, because everybody that goes in my car gets checked. No matter who you are.
No. I mean, like, seriously, like, I literally just started my job a week ago.
Go ahead, sit down for me. Sarah.
I literally just started my job a week ago.
Phone. The phone's over there?
It's in your front seat.
Okay. Thank you.
Did I miss the part where she said, "Why is this happening?" I might have just imagined that. I don't know. I didn't hear it this time. I don't think they talked to her anymore after this. Okay. Let's get back to her arrest. Hold on. Her last arrest, that is.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand.
call Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
Okay, so this part hasn't changed after, what's it been, 4.5 years now since she got arrested here. She said someone needs to call Brian, please. So she's wanting Brian to help her out. And just like now, you know, they've announced that Brian Boone is going to be one of the witnesses for the defense. The defense is going to call Brian Boone as a witness for Sarah. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
Go for it.
So this was a trick.
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
not
How
a
was it a
trick.
trick? I'm in here to ask you to explain a few things to us. And
You were read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
Doesn't matter. You're still there. Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really?
So I didn't show up.
I love that. She's just giving him the crazy eyes, and she's saying, "Really? So if I didn't show up," and it's like she really believes that if she didn't show up, then she would not have been arrested. That's crazy. I wish I would have paused it on her crazy eyes, but she'll probably give them to him again.
Why is this happening?
Because
Before y'all said I could leave.
when
That I was done after this.
Well, I would say that's true because you will be leaving. You'll just be going from this room down to the jail. So they told you the truth.
we were done, yes. We were done. Absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is.
We are done.
Right. Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will.
Someone needs to call Brian.
Call Brian.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not.
And see, that's disgusting to me how she keeps bringing her son into it, you know, as an excuse to get sympathy. Because the only thing that I can think about is George's parents. Like, they don't ever get to see their son alive again.
Have me come home. So there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now, no. You'll be afforded a time in court. You'll be afforded an attorney. You'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there.
I had
I
a
don't
sneaky
work in
suspicion
the...
this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
You all tricked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
You all tricked me down here. You know, here's the part where she's going to start demanding stuff for herself. Like, she's wanting to have her cigarettes. She wants water. She wants to go to her car and get medications. I mean, it's starting now. Like, oh, let's do something here. Let's react.
They are not allowed in the jail.
Guess what she's talking about there? Her cigarettes. Yeah, she's got more passion for her cigarettes than she does for her own boyfriend dying. Well, I guess she's more emotion is what I should say.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes before I go.
What? Am I good on that?
Jesus. And what am I supposed to do with my car?
So you find where it is. When you get down there, you'll have 3 phones. You'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down there and get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
But how
area.
long will that take? Because I need to talk to Brian.
Yeah,
3
it depends how
times.
busy, how quickly they get you through. I would say within the hour. It's a free phone call in the lobby. It's a free phone call.
So far, she's asked to talk to or to call Brian 3 times since they told her that she's under arrest. And her list of demands are adding up. You know, first she was saying, I need to call Brian. Then it was, I need water. I need to move my car somewhere. I want my cigarettes. Can I smoke first? I mean, it's really adding up.
Bring you there, sign the paper, and you're going to
She has no clue.
So can I ask you, or whoever it is, those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you.
And I think a lot of people have this comment when Sarah says, you know, the last time I got put in a holding cell at the jail, I had a panic attack. And I think we all are thinking, well, how do you think George felt in your suitcase? Do you think he was panicking? I mean, he sure sounded like he was panicking to me. And you had no compassion for him, so why should anyone have compassion for you?
You're familiar with the Big Bay. As long as you go in and you act civil to them, they'll set you in the Big Bay. And you'll be left there for
Did
a
you
while.
request that while I'm there?
No, that's not up to us. We don't work at the jail.
As long as like he's saying, if you don't
If
act
you
up,
go in and act like this, you'll go in and they'll put you in the Big Bay. If you go in there screaming and kicking and yelling and
Why would
cursing
I
at
do
people,
that?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know that's what happens. That's how they weed people out. If you go in acting like this,
So I asked for the Big Bay?
they'll put you there as long as you're acting like this.
Yeah, because the last time I had a major panic attack in the building.
Hey, change the coach. Call it
good,
in.
stand up.
It's amazing to me how she's always asking other people to do things for her, you know, pretty much trying to order everyone around. I mean, even here when she's being arrested, she's saying, well, can you tell them to put me in the special area where I want to be in the jail? I mean, why would anyone do anything for her? She didn't even let the man breathe while he was begging her.
I have not.
So what am I going to do with my purse? Oh, fine.
Your purse is going to come, but the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
I put the lock up too on those.
Oh, no, it's all good. Mine are the opposite, so.
A lot of people commented in the video they made about the suitcase, you know, where Sarah videotaped George in her suitcase begging to get out. I was saying that it looked like George's flip-flops that were next to the suitcase, and a lot of you commented that they were the same flip-flops that Sarah is wearing here, right here. So they were hers and not his. Because, you know, I've said the whole time that I think George got into the suitcase upstairs, so why would his shoes be next to the suitcase downstairs? So that definitely explains it to me. They weren't George's shoes, they were Sarah's.
What made you all decide to do this?
We made us decide to do this.
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did? Okay.
So I came
Well,
down
we
here
did.
willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Intentional or not, George is dead. You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I need to get, I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
I apologize.
I have things in my car that I need to.
Put your purse like that.
Well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a nurse.
It's panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're going to be seeing a nurse. And that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff. That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy, and that you will be afforded to see somebody. Okay?
Hold on.
She's not fooling me. I know the real reason she wants to go to her car. She wants to have a cigarette. And if she has any vodka in there, she'd like to have some of that too. I really don't think she cares as much about medication. But it's really disgusting how she keeps harping on, oh, I'm going to have a panic attack. When we all, practically the whole world gets to hear George having a panic attack in her suitcase. It's just horrific. In her words, her word, horrific. Okay, that was the end of that video. But Nancy Grace, and I'll put a link to all these videos. Nancy Grace, she made a video about Sarah Boone, and she had an expert. What do you call those people that come and visit on the show? Guest. An expert guest, like a psychiatrist or something like that, that described Sarah Boone, and I thought she did an excellent job, and it sounded just like her. I don't think she knows near as much about the case as we do. Come on and play. I hate it when it does this. Let's check on the signal. Yeah, we got signal. I hate to try to look this all up again. 1511. All right, let's try it again. Okay, hold on. Let me get this pulled back up.
Breaking news tonight, a Florida woman actually films herself laughing. Sounds like
and she wants to kick you. And so I think sometimes, this cool as a cucumber voice, we have to remember that some people are just cruel, mean, homicidal, and they come up with reasons after the fact.
I thought that was an excellent description of Sarah, that she's cruel, mean, and homicidal, and then she tries to come up with reasons after the fact. And I think that's a very good description of why she comes up with so many different excuses. We were doing puzzles and wine and having a good day. And we were just playing hide and seek, just being stupid. I blame it on the alcohol. I blame it on the wine. What else does she say? I thought he would get himself out and come to bed. I left a hole in the suitcase. I mean, she just got so many excuses, so many reasons for what she did, so many different reasons, where you think if someone were telling the truth, they would have one reason and they would stick to that. But she just is all over the place. And I think this lady's explanation about some people just looking for an excuse to commit homicide and then trying to find a reason afterwards definitely describes Sarah. And I really wish, I mean, it'd be impossible for me to find the video of the lawyer that we know, but he covers Sarah Boone a lot, and I listen to his videos, and he says that is one of the jobs of the attorneys on the case to watch these YouTube videos, social media videos, not only watch our videos, but also read our comments, because basically we kind of represent the jury. Whatever we think is probably what the jury's going to think when they hear the evidence also. So the attorneys have to watch our videos, read our comments, that way they can anticipate what the jury might be thinking, you know, to like help them come up with their strategy. So I thought that was pretty impressive. Like we could actually make a difference in the case. So be sure and comment if you don't mind. All right, well, that's the end of the video.